Hi everyone, welcome back to Scented Moments channel. I'm JOÁO. In this video I want to talk about the best niche fragrances of last year, 2021. But these aren't new niche releases of last year. These are fragrances that I discovered. These are my favorite niche discoveries, my favorite niche purchases of last year. And I will not mention Handy Tower Sundowner because I already talked about that fragrance. You know how much I love that fragrance. It was released last year and it's one of the best releases, or the best release from Tower in recent years. But I have here 13 fragrances which I will not mention in a specific order. And so let's start. The first fragrance that I want to mention, and I already talked about this fragrance in my previous video. It's from the house of Ramon Monegal and it is Alhambra Oud. This is, as of now, my favorite rose oud scent. This is a jammy rose with the most natural smelling oud. So good. Spicy with saffron. It's intoxicating, it's smoky, it's dark, and it's sweet because of the jammy rose. It's to die for. I absolutely love this one. Very long lasting, very sensual, very mysterious. If you are searching for a rose oud scent, sample this one because this is still expensive. This is a 50 ml and the price is 300 euros, so I mean it's expensive. So, and it's not readily available out there. Sample it first, but I think you will definitely appreciate this one if you like these type of fragrances. The next fragrance here is from the house of Histoires de Parfum and it is Édition Fidelis. This one right here. This is a 60 ml and I think it just comes in a 60 ml bottle size. This has the best coffee accord that I ever smelled. So damn realistic. It's pure coffee beans. Oh, so good with this earthy, chocolatey patchouli and oud. Amazing. This kind of reminds me of Robert Piguet's Oud Divin, which I already did a review of, and I absolutely love that fragrance. But the coffee used in Oud Divin, it's more of espresso, like a creamy espresso like coffee. Here it's coffee beans, raw coffee beans. It's amazing. Absolutely love this one, and this is also more chocolatey. I love this. This is very smooth. This is cozy, has gourmand qualities, so I really advise you to check this fragrance out. And it's not overly sweet. Édition Fidelis from Histoires de Parfum. The next fragrance is from the house of Matiere and it is Radical Rose. I love this bottle presentation. This is a 100 ml bottle size. The concentration is eau de parfum, just like the other fragrances from this brand. And actually this brand in itself overall was a fantastic discovery. I have Encens Suave, which was my first fragrance from this house, and it was sent to me for review purposes, just like Falcon Leather. But I love those two scents actually. I also love this one. This one I bought with my own money, so that's why I'm featuring this one, and because it was really love at first sniff as well. I love rose, and this is one of the best rose fragrances that I smelled, in my opinion, of course. Another scent that I absolutely love from this house is the Cologne Cedrat, I think it's the name, which is a stunning natural smelling citrus scent. Parisian musk is also good, has a fig fragrance, like a milky fig scent, and I love fig fragrances. But then there are other fragrances that I really don't appreciate, like the sandalwood that they have. It smells everything but sandalwood. The Bois d'Ébène, also it's not that great. And a couple of others that I'm not a big fan of, but Radical Rose, wow, it's amazing. Falcon Leather as well. Encens Suave as well. I mean, this fragrance house has fantastic scents. high quality fragrances in my opinion. And this is full on jammy rose with saffron in the opening. It's so sexy and so addicting. So saffron and jammy rose right in the opening. Then it starts to dry down. The sweetness starts to tone down, and then you have patchouli. Patchouli and labdanum. So you have in the dry down this warm, cozy, bit resinous, earthy scent with this more velvety rose. It's amazing. Absolutely love this. Long lasting, and it's one of the best rose fragrances out there. But that's just me. It's Radical Rose from Matiere Première. And the in-house parfumeur, or actually the parfumeur behind this house, is Aurélien Guichard. The next fragrance that I have here is from the house of Heeley, and it is Eau Sacrée. Now this is from the Extrait de Parfum collection. Again, I don't know if this collection is called like the Extrait de Parfum or not. Like, I don't recall how this line, what's the name of this line. I also have Cardinal from Heeley, but I prefer Eau Sacrée. Wow. No, Eau Sacrée, it's in another league. A Cardinal, it's more thin, it's more dry, and definitely has that incense churchy impression, more strong than in Eau Sacrée. Eau Sacrée for me smells like burning frankincense, and it's so realistic and it's so natural. It's so cozy, it's so calming, so relaxing, and I absolutely love this. I just want to smell this to feel comfortable, just to feel like in the Zen mood. I love this. This is one of the best incense fragrances out there. Eau Sacrée and Olibanum from Profumum Roma are my two absolute favorite incense fragrances. And this is quite affordable. This is a 100 ml bottle size and the price tag is 175 euros. Extrait de Parfum, natural smelling, long lasting. I mean, for 175, yes, I think it's a great bang for your buck in terms of niche fragrances. If you're searching for a realistic incense, check no more. This is Eau Sacrée from James Heeley. Now the next fragrance here, it's from the house of Frapin, and it is 1270. Now I really love this bottle presentation, and last year I bought 1270 and L'Humaniste, but I'm featuring this one, and I'm featuring this one because I tend to lean towards these more oriental sweet fragrances, although L'Humaniste is also amazing. It's fresh, it's minty, gin tonic, very sparkly. It's really like you are smelling gin tonic with mint. It's amazing, so realistic. And this one is cognac. It's cognac with cacao, coffee, tonka beans, so this leans more into gourmand territory, like a boozy gourmand fragrance. Amazing. This is amazing. Again, realistic, natural smelling scent, but the performance is really poor. I mean, we're talking about 3 hours and that's it, which is unfortunate because this is an eau de parfum. This has notes that, well, this has strong notes, but well, unfortunately, I don't know why, but this fragrance really doesn't perform on me, and I think it's normal. I think Frapin fragrances overall, they don't perform quite well, but in terms of scent quality, it's amazing. It's really, really good. The only downside is really the performance, but nonetheless, I absolutely love this scent. The scent DNA in here, it's very unique, and again, it's nothing scratchy. It's all very smooth, very well blended, and it puts you really in a mood. So I really love this one. This is 1270 from Frapin. Now the next fragrance here, it's from the house of Profumum Roma, of course, and it is Audace. Audace is right now one of my favorites, if not my favorite vetiver scent. Now this can be compared with vetiver tonka from Hermès, from the Hermès collection. I much more prefer this one. Vetiver tonka feels more thin when you will compare with this one. And vetiver tonka, it's quite light in a vetiver. This one is very strong in a vetiver. So this is like a grassy, earthy vetiver with licorice. This is a very licoricey vetiver scent with a small hint of tonka bean and a small hint of resins. This has like a benzoin-like feel. It's amazing. I really love this one. This was actually my signature scent during the fall time. This was actually my #1 fall fragrance of last year. Very long lasting, natural smelling, like all Profumum Roma fragrances are, or the majority of them at least. Actually, this was the only Profumum Roma fragrance that I bought last year, surprisingly. But this year I think things will change because I already have Dolce Pensieri, which is the latest release from Profumum Roma. It was released last year, and it's like a rose, fruity rose, patchouli scent, if I'm not mistaken. It's amazing. So that one will definitely be in my collection soon enough. And I also have Batito Dali in my wish list, and maybe D'Ambrosia. D'Ambrosia is fig, like this milky fig with sandalwood and grapes. Very unique scent actually, and it's perfect for spring and summer. But Audace is vetiver, licorice, tonka beans, and it's to die for. It's just amazing. It was a great discovery, and it's very underrated from Profumum Roma. It's Audace. The next fragrance is from the house of PENHALIGON'S, and this time I will not feature the uncompromising Zohan. I wanted to feature another scent. I wanted to highlight another fragrance that I bought from this house. This is from the Trade Roots collection, and it is Cairo. Very underrated. Cairo is all about saffron, rose, chocolatey patchouli, amber, vanilla, frankincense. Man, amazing. Now actually the rose in here, it's kind of similar to Radical Rose actually, but this has more things going on. While in Radical Rose, the rose is really the body, the soul of that fragrance. Here the rose is quite prominent, but you also have a heavy dose of saffron. You have also a heavy dose of chocolatey patchouli and a hint of incense. This is an amazing oriental scent. I mean, you really need to try this one. It's very sensual, it's very alluring, long lasting, and I absolutely love this bottle presentation. Cairo, it's really to die for. The next fragrance, it's from the house of Frederic Malle. Actually, last year was the year of Frederic Malle for me also. I bought Promise, Musc Ravageur, French Lover, this one that I will feature, which is Music for a While. And I also bought, by the end of last year, Vetiver Extraordinaire, which is an amazing vetiver. But I'm featuring this one, Music for a While, because I think I built a connection, a special connection with this one, because I already knew about this fragrance when this was first released, like in 2017, 2018. And when I tried it, I was not impressed. I really did not like it. Maybe I was not ready for this fragrance. When I revisited, I sampled this fragrance last year, and actually I have that recorded in the video, sampling samples. And wow, I was blown away. Completely different, different experience. My taste changed, of course, since the first time I tried this. This is just one of the best fragrances ever. This is a masterpiece in my opinion, because of the uniqueness, because of the blend, because of the high quality ingredients in here. Well, that's expected from Frederic Malle. Here you have lavender, you have pineapple, and here the pineapple is like the best pineapple accord that you will ever smell because it's so realistic, it's juicy, it has that acid feel from the pineapple, it's sweet, it's amazing. It's quite tropical and gives like a tropical exotic feel, and that's why this was my signature scent during the summertime. Music for a while, very long lasting, and then in the base you have patchouli. This is a very unique concoction. The lavender gives like an aromatic, smooth, relaxing effect in the opening. Then you have the playfulness of the pineapple, and you have then the more mature, the more serious feel from the patchouli. It's a fantastic blend, a fantastic scent. Highly advise you to check this fragrance out. But definitely the pineapple is the most prominent note. Absolutely love this. Music for a while. And for me, it's very, very sensual. Just for me, of course. The pineapple in here. And no, it's completely different from Aventus. Just because it has pineapple doesn't have anything to do with Aventus. It's much superior than Aventus. Music for a while from Frederic. Next fragrance is from the house of Baruti. This is an indie brand from Netherlands. I have 4 fragrances from this brand already, but this is definitely a highlight of last year. It is Dama Koupa. I love Iris, and this is my favorite Iris fragrance. Actually, I have a full video talking about Iris fragrances, talking about my favorite Iris fragrances, and of course this is my favorite since then until now. The most realistic, butchery, full orris root with cacao, coffee. This is incredible. It's woodsy also. This is like a blend of JOÄO, the original, with Iris torréfiée from Xerjoff, and you have Dama Koupa. But this is more intense. Like the iris in here, it's really intense. It has a mildly touch of a makeup nuance, but it's definitely more butchery. The butcheriness in here, it's definitely the highlight of this orris root note. It's amazing. This is intense. And this is an extrait de parfum, and the 30 ml is all you need. Actually, Baruti just sells 30 ml bottle sizes, and their fragrances are intense, have a natural feel into them, very well blended, at least for me. And I have a couple of other fragrances on my wish list. But Dama Koupa, if you love Iris, this is a must-have, is Dama Koupa from Baruti. Next fragrance is from the house of Orio, and it is Cuir. This one right here. Now, Cuir, I already did recently, last Friday actually, I uploaded my favorite leather fragrances, and this was featured in that video. But this one has more things going on than just leather. This smells like burnt woods. Smoky, very smoky, woodsy, like burnt forest. Definitely has like a foresty feel with leather. This is dry, it doesn't have any sweetness in here. This is very masculine, very rugged, and it's daring. This is not for everyone, but I really advise you to check this one out if you are searching for different fragrances, like a different type of leather. I think this is definitely a must try, because again, this is much more than just leather. It's a stunning scent, high quality fragrance. I really want to experience more fragrances from Orio. Although here in Portugal, it's this brand, it's not being sold right now. So it's hard to come by. This was a blind buy actually, and it was a fantastic blind buy. Absolutely love this one. If you are, for example, familiarized with Fumidos from Profumum Roma, so imagine that fragrance, the smokiness a bit more toned down, less vetiver, but you will replace vetiver with leather. So basically, if you like fumigos, I think you will love this one, Cuir from Monegal, a stunning masculine fragrance right here. Next fragrance here, it's from the house of Xerjoff, and it is Cruz del Sur 1. This one right here. Very underrated from the house of Xerjoff. This is also a leather and a malic scent. Featured also in that leather video that I already talked about. This is so good. Now this is all about rum. This has rum, this has grape. Now this doesn't have the typical sweet boozy nuances that you usually smell in boozy fragrances. The sweetness here, it's very toned down, and what's really prominent is this incense with castoreum, leather, and woods. This is a fantastic scent. I have Cruz del Sur 2, which is completely different from this one, and I love Cruz del Sur 2. It's my favorite fruity fragrance because it's mango, the most realistic mango scent that you will try. This one is completely different, and I absolutely love this. A high quality scent, a very unique fragrance, and I think even if you don't like Xerjoff as a brand, I think you definitely need to try this one. I think it's really worth checking out. It's Cruz del Sur 2, and I just love this bottle presentation. Now the next fragrance that I want to talk about, it's from the house of Ajmal, and it is Mukhallat Shams. Now this is quite affordable. I bought this at Notino. This is a 50 ml, and I bought this for 50 euros. This is one of my favorite oud fragrances. This is one of my favorite blind buys ever. This fragrance, it's all about oud and musk. And the oud here, it's so natural. It has a natural feeling to it. It's a bit fecal with musk, furry musk. It's to die for. I really love this one. This is very addicting. This is strictly for oud lovers. Wow. This is my second favorite oud. I already talked about my favorite oud fragrances, so of course this was featured in that video. What a stunning fragrance right here. One of the best ouds that you can buy, especially for the price tag. And I really like the bottle presentation. It feels very unique. One of the best ouds out there, definitely. It's Mukhallat Shams from Ajmal. And last, but definitely not least, this fragrance house is from Saudi Arabia, and this fragrance house has some clones. I will not go far to say that this is a clone brand. Maybe it is, but this fragrance, at least, I don't recall another scent that smells similar to this Sentiene. A very underrated fragrance. It's from the house of Lattafa, and it is Qaa'ed. This one right here. I mean, seriously, I love this bottle presentation. This is very, very heavy. Look at the color of the liquid. This is very heavy, and it's thick, a thick bottle. And of course, the first fragrance that will come to mind is the Dunhill Icon Absolute. But for me, this is much better, and it's different still from Dunhill Icon Absolute. This is a spicy oriental dream come true. This is nutmeg and saffron and cinnamon, an overdose with amber, oud, and leather. Wow. Actually, this could have been featured on my oud list, which wasn't. Could have been. But this is more like a beginner's oud type of scent, because really the spices, the amber, these are more prominent, and then you have the oud in there and the leather, a leathery nuance. This is so smooth. This is so well blended. Wow, this is really incredible. High quality fragrance right here. And this for me is the best bang for your buck. Forget all the affordable fragrances that you already heard of, like Bentley from Any Intense. I have love, but I think this is even superior to that fragrance. Burberry London, I have love. This is a superior fragrance. And others, other affordable fragrances that you already heard of, this is far superior. I bought this at Amazon for 20 euros. This is a 100 ml bottle size, and I'm telling, just the bottle itself, it comes across as high quality material, like the bottle construction itself, but the scent, it's even better. Wow. Smooth. I will go even further to say that this has a natural feeling to it. The spices, the amber, they work here so well, with the wood in the background, with the leather. This again, spicy oriental dream come true. It's Qaa'ed from Lattafa. Finishing this video, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below, what were your favorite niche fragrance discoveries, your favorite niche fragrance purchases. Tell me everything in the comments down below, guys, and see you in the next video. Take care. Ciao.